Hey, Steve here. Thank you for joining me on the Panoramic Travels YouTube channel. This is Panoramic RV Episode 3, Winterization. It got down to 31 degrees Fahrenheit last night, so it seemed like this was the right time to winterize the RV, and what we're going to go through step by step in today's video. This is information that is specifically valuable to Panoramic RV owners, but could also be of value to anyone who owns a Class B RV and wants to get an overview of the winterization process. Never having had an RV before, I was kind of intimidated about the winterization process, not knowing what all it entailed. But having read through the owner's manual, it looks like it should be pretty straightforward. Step 1, make sure that you've drained the black and gray water tanks. Step 2 is draining the freshwater tank. So you want to open the door of the freshwater tank on the back of the RV, and you want to open this valve coming out from the bottom of the freshwater tank. You can open that valve and wait until all the water has drained, and then you close that valve. Step 3 is draining the hot water tank. So you have to remove a panel down in the garage area next to the fuse panel and below the water heater. And you want to flip this yellow valve, and that will drain the hot water heater. Make sure that the water pump is off and that the hot water heater is off before you do this. Once the hot water heater has fully drained, flip that yellow valve to the other position. And then for the 2022 model year Panoramic RVs only, there's one bypass valve that needs to be moved to the other position. On previous model years, I think there are 3 different valves that each need to be moved to the opposite position. The next step is purging the plumbing and the fresh water system. You can use the compressor that comes with the Panoramic for this step. You want to make sure you've got it in this mode, not the flat tire inflate mode, and you're going to use the black tube. And then you'll need a fitting. It goes from a water fitting to a Schrader valve. This is not included with the Panoramic or in the starter kit, so you'll need to buy that separately. And then I have the compressor plugged into the 12-volt outlet in the bedroom of the Panoramic. So to purge the plumbing system, you need to take this adapter, hose fitting to Schrader valve, put it on your freshwater tank inlet. Then you attach the black hose from the compressor to that Schrader valve. And before I start the compressor, I want to make sure I have at least one faucet open. So I'm going to go into the RV and open the kitchen faucet. Okay, I've got the kitchen faucet open on the cold water side. I'm going to start the compressor. We want to make sure it does not go above 45 psi. And I continue to run the compressor until I don't see any more water coming out of the cold side of the kitchen faucet. Now I'm going to switch it over to the hot side on the kitchen faucet. Okay, now I've got the kitchen faucet set to the hot side, and I'm going to start the compressor and wait until all the water has come out of the faucet. Now I'm going to repeat that process for the shower, and I just opened up the shower. I have the shower wand in a bucket to capture the water. Next, I'm going to close the valve for the shower and push down on the foot pedal for the toilet to release any water that's still in that system. The last plumbing system that we need to purge is the outdoor shower, hot and cold. So we open that up, we take the wand out, you can lock it in the open position, and I'll open cold first. And I'll turn the compressor back on. So while still having the compressor running, I turned the cold water valve off and the hot water valve on. I also went back inside and double checked the kitchen faucet, and there was still more water that was able to come out of the cold and hot side of the kitchen faucet. I also double checked the foot pedal on the toilet and the shower. So that concludes step 5, purging the plumbing system. So we're done with the compressor and that little adapter. So I'll put those away, and then we'll move on to step 6, which is to introduce the antifreeze. Step 6, introducing the antifreeze into the system. The first thing you do is put the red tube into a gallon container of RV antifreeze. And by the way, I think I paid $4 a gallon. A lot of places it's $8 a gallon, so shop around. And then you have to move the position of this valve so that when you turn on the water pump, it'll suck antifreeze out of the gallon container and into the system. Now all of the valves are turned off. I'm going to turn on the water pump, and I'm going to open the kitchen faucet in the cold position until I see antifreeze coming out. Next, I'll repeat that step for the hot water side of the kitchen faucet. I'll repeat this step for the inside shower, the toilet pedal, and the exterior shower, hot and cold. If you stop seeing antifreeze flowing, you probably ran out of antifreeze in the first gallon. I'm going to switch over to the second gallon. Finally, turn off the water pump and add a little bit of antifreeze into the toilet and the shower drain to make sure that you have a seal there. And that completes the winterization process. Thank you for joining me today on the Panoramic Travels YouTube channel. If you found this interesting or valuable, please give me a like and subscribe and click on the notify button so that you'll get future videos. Thank you for your time today.